Everybody, my name is Anushna. I'm a junior at Chapel Hill. So, yeah. But that's not the point of this speech, I guess. Going to Uganda was a very, I think Jonathan said the word, a very humbling experience. And honestly, I'm very honored to stand before you guys today and share an experience that truly did change my life, this medical mission. So as a student that's really passionate about medicine and research, I've always believed that healthcare is not just a profession, but it's really a calling. And this trip, I think, has been reinforcing that belief in a way that I don't think I ever could have imagined. Sorry, I'm nervous. When we first arrived in Uganda, at least for me, I was met with like a warmth, resilience, and an overwhelming sense of community. The people I encountered, the villagers, maybe not just like the people in like the main cities, but the villagers especially, they had limited access to healthcare, but their strength and their gratitude, that I feel like was the most humbling part of that experience. So when I say humbling, that's what I'm referring to, the strength and the resilience that they had. Of course, working alongside like local healthcare providers, I assisted in the pharmacy where I learned more medications than I've ever known before. And this is a true story. I came back like earlier this week, and I share a dorm with like one of my roommates, right? I share a room. And I woke up and I was getting ready for class one day, and she was like, "What the heck is omeprazole?" And I was like, "Where did you hear that word?" And she was telling me that I had said it in my sleep. In my sleep. Oh man, it was so embarrassing. I was like, omeprazole is one of the medications that we were using back in Uganda, and that's how much the impact the pharmacy had on me. Oh man. Working alongside the local healthcare providers, I assisted in like the clinic, and I assisted in writing prescriptions, but that really happened during the last day, which was another incredible experience. Thank you for my uncle. But we treated everything from like infectious diseases to chronic conditions. And I think the long line of patients that were seeking care still reminded me of like how much of this world still struggles with basic healthcare needs. And I feel like that's something that we who live in like a first world country really do take for granted. So I think one moment that I remember that will stay with me forever is when Sudanti, where is she? Oh, there she is. When Sudanti, she was praying over a young woman who she told me ever since we walked into that village had been hunched over in so much pain, and she was telling me about it. And thankfully, thanks to Jessica's post-apocalyptic bag, we had the medications to treat her, and she gave me the opportunity to give her some pain relief in the form of an IM shot, an intramuscular shot. And I think that is an experience that will always stay with me, because as I was leaving, I kept an eye out for her, and she had the biggest smile on her face. She was with her kids. She was like standing upright, and I was like, wow, we did that in the span of a couple hours. We took this woman who was basically writhing on the floor, and we put a smile on her face, and we made it so that she could interact with her kids again. And even though I know that pain relief is short-lived, I think that it was amazing that we had an opportunity to do that I had a hand in doing something that big for that woman. So I think it's really times like that, it reaffirmed my decision to choose this path of medicine. It reminded me that medicine is not just about science, it's about humility, it's about compassion, it's about the ability to change people's lives, one patient at a time. And of course, beyond all the clinical work that we did, this experience taught me about cultural humility and the importance of just listening. I think that's a big lesson that Prabhu Uncle taught me, because on that very last day when I was writing prescriptions and everything, he told me just looking at them, making eye contact and smiling, that in and of itself is a type of therapy. It's a type of pain relief that they have. It taught me the importance of just listening. It taught me that healthcare isn't just about administering treatment. It's about understanding the people that we're serving. It's about understanding their struggles. It's about understanding their perspectives. I learned from the Ugandan nurses. Shout out to Beatrice. Thank you so much. Oh man, the people who were on that trip know exactly who I'm talking about. She was the one who taught us the Ugandan way of writing prescriptions or writing like dosages on bags and all that stuff. So she allowed us to communicate with the people that we were serving in a way that they would understand. So big shout out to her. And I mean, especially because they worked so tirelessly with limited resources to deliver excellent care. Their dedication is one of the things that inspired me and deepened my commitment to global health in general. But to me, this trip was more than just a volunteer experience. Like I said, it was a lesson in resilience and empathy and the power of service. So as I continue my journey to becoming a doctor, a healthcare professional, I think I will always carry the stories, the faces, the lessons that I've learned from Uganda. They remind me of why I started this path, and they remind me of the impact I hope to make in the future. Thank you.